This is the New Earth Magic Handbook. We stand on the precipice of a monumental shift in the very fabric of our reality. As we transition into the fourth density environment, a new world of possibilities, powers, and responsibilities is unfolding before us. This handbook serves as a guide for those who wish to navigate the New Earth landscape with a heart-centered approach, focusing on serving others and contributing to the greater good. The shift to the fourth density is marked by a profound change in the nature of light particles that permeate our universe. These particles now carry an increased amount of information, which is triggering a rapid expansion of human consciousness and the awakening of latent abilities within us. As the veil between dimensions dissolves, we are gaining access to magical powers that were once the stuff of legends and myths. These powers, such as accessing the Akashic records, healing, psychometry, telekinesis, telepathy, prognostication, communicating with the deceased, interacting with elementals and angels, and tapping into the wisdom of our higher selves, are becoming increasingly available to those who are ready to embrace them. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and it is crucial that we approach these gifts with humility, integrity, and a dedication to serving others. In this episode, we will explore the nature of the fourth density environment, the various magical powers that are emerging, and how to develop and use these abilities in a manner that aligns with the principles of service to others. We will also discuss the challenges that may arise as individuals with different polarities gain access to these powers, how to navigate the potential psychic war that may ensue. Throughout this journey, it is essential to remember that your ultimate purpose is to create a world filled with love, compassion, and unity. By focusing on serving others and working together, we can harness these newfound powers to heal, uplift, and transform not only ourselves, but the entire planet. As you delve into this episode, keep an open mind and an open heart. Embrace the challenges and the changes that are unfolding, and trust in your own innate wisdom and goodness. Together, we are creating a new earth where magic is not just a distant dream, but a tangible reality that you can access and utilize for the benefit of all beings. May this handbook serve as a source of inspiration, guidance, and empowerment as you embark on this incredible journey into the fourth density. Welcome to the new earth, and may your path be filled with light, love, and the joy of service. The nature of the fourth density. As we shift into the fourth density, the very foundation of our existence undergoes a profound transformation. This new reality is characterized by a significant increase in the vibrational frequency of our universe, which has far-reaching effects on both our consciousness and the physical environment around us. The fourth density is marked by a heightened vibrational state, which directly influences our consciousness. As the frequency of our reality increases, our awareness expands, allowing us to perceive and understand aspects of the universe that were previously hidden from us. This heightened state of consciousness brings with it a greater sense of unity, empathy, and interconnectedness with all beings. You may see in the world that it's very weird and unusual, because this increase in vibration is happening for everybody, and those that are asleep respond with violence, fear, and distortion. But with this expanded awareness, we can begin to recognize the divine spark within ourselves and others, leading to a more loving and compassionate way of interacting with the world. We become more attuned to the subtle energies that permeate our reality, enabling us to sense the thoughts, emotions, and intentions of those around us. This heightened sensitivity fosters a deeper understanding and appreciation for the complex web of life that we are all a part of. As the vibrational frequency of the fourth density increases, the physical environment around us also undergoes significant change. The very structure of matter begins to shift, becoming more malleable and responsive to our thoughts and intentions. This increased fluidity in the physical world allows for the manifestation of our desires and creations with greater ease and speed. It is a reality revolution. In this new environment, the boundaries between the physical and the ethereal become more permeable, allowing for a greater interplay between the tangible and the intangible. We may witness the emergence of new colors, sounds, and sensations that were previously imperceptible to our limited senses. The natural world becomes more vibrant and alive, with plants, animals, and even inanimate objects exhibiting a greater degree of sentience and responsiveness to our presence. One of the most profound aspects of the fourth density is the dissolution of the veil between dimensions and consciousness. In our current third density existence, there is distinct separation between the physical world and the unseen realms of spirit, emotion, and thought. However, as we transition into the fourth density, this veil begins to thin, allowing for a more direct and immediate interaction with these other dimensions. With the dissolution of the veil, we gain access to a vast repository of knowledge and wisdom that was previously hidden from us. We can communicate with beings from other dimensions, such as angels, guides, and ascended masters, who can offer guidance and support on our journey of growth and evolution. We also become more aware of the presence of elementals, nature spirits, and other non-physical entities that inhabit the world around us, fostering a greater sense of harmony and cooperation with these beings. The thinning of the veil also allows for a more direct experience of the multidimensional nature of our own being. We begin to recognize that we are not merely physical bodies, but rather vast, multifaceted entities that exist simultaneously across multiple dimensions. This realization brings with it a greater sense of our own power, potential, and purpose in the grand scheme of the universe. As we embrace the changes brought about by the fourth density, it is essential to approach this new reality with an open mind, a loving heart, and a willingness to adapt and grow by aligning ourselves with the principles of love, unity, and service to others. We can navigate the challenges and opportunities of this new world with grace and wisdom, ultimately contributing to the birth of a more enlightened and harmonious Earth. As we transition into the fourth density, the concept of polarity becomes increasingly significant, particularly when you're using your magic. Polarity refers to the orientation of an individual's thoughts, actions, and intentions towards either serving others or serving themselves. This choice between service to others, positive polarity, and service to self, negative polarity, plays a crucial role in determining the nature of your experience and the trajectory of your magical, spiritual evolution. In the fourth density, the polarization of individuals becomes more pronounced and consequential. As the veil between dimensions dissolves and the ability of magical powers increases, the intentions behind the use of these abilities becomes paramount. Those who choose to serve others will find that their powers are amplified when used for the benefit of all, while those who choose to serve themselves will discover that their abilities are enhanced when employed for personal gain and control over others. The choice of polarity is not a one-time decision, but rather a continuous process of aligning one's thoughts, emotions, and actions with their chosen path. As individuals progress along their chosen polarity, the experiences and opportunities that arise will reflect their orientation, ultimately leading to vastly different outcomes and destinations. Service to other individuals are characterized by their dedication to the well-being and spiritual growth of all beings. They approach life with compassion, empathy, and a genuine desire to alleviate suffering and promote healing. These individuals prioritize love, unity, and cooperation, seeking to create a world where all can thrive and reach their highest potential. In the fourth density, service to other individuals will find that their magical powers are most effective when used for healing, teaching, and uplifting others. They'll be guided by their intuition and connection to higher wisdom, using their abilities to bring light and positivity to the world. Service to other individuals will also be more open to collaboration and sharing their knowledge and resources for the greater good. On the other hand, service to self individuals are characterized by their focus on personal power, control, manipulation, and dominance over others. They approach life with a mindset of separation, fear, and manipulation, seeking to enhance their own status and influence at the expense of others. These individuals prioritize their own desires and agendas, often disregarding the needs and well-being of those around them. In the fourth density, service to self individuals will find that their magical powers are most effective when used for personal gain, manipulation, and subjugation of others. They will be driven by their ego and the desire for power, using their abilities to assert control and maintain their dominance. Service to self individuals will be more likely to hoard knowledge and resources, using them as leverage to exert influence over others. There is a psychic war between these two polarities, and as our magic increases, so does this psychic war. It is the intention of this episode to be a sort of handbook that you can use for your magical powers, so this has to be mentioned. As the fourth density unfolds and the polarization of individuals intensifies, a form of psychic war is likely to emerge between those who serve others and those who serve themselves. This conflict will not necessarily manifest as a physical battle, but rather as a struggle for the hearts and minds of individuals and the collective consciousness of humanity. It is a mind war. They're very good at it too. You see people that will strive to appeal to people that are generally service to others, but manipulate them into service to self actions. Service to self individuals may seek to use their powers to manipulate, deceive, and control others, while service to other individuals will work to counteract these efforts by spreading truth, love, and empowerment. The psychic war will be fought on the battleground of ideas, emotions, and intentions, with each side striving to influence the overall trajectory of human evolution. If you are among those who are serving others but have lost hope, have gotten depressed about the world, that is a tactic that's actually being used by those of service to self. To navigate this psychic war effectively, service to other individuals must focus on strengthening their own connection to higher wisdom, maintaining a high vibrational state, and cultivating a strong sense of discernment. They must also work to educate and empower others, helping them to recognize the importance of aligning with the principles of love, unity, and service. Ultimately, the path of serving others is the path of spiritual evolution and ascension. By choosing to dedicate yourself to the well-being and growth of all beings, an individual aligns themselves with the fundamental principles of the universe and opens themselves to a journey of profound transformation and enlightenment. As we embrace the magical powers that become available to us in the fourth density, one of the most profound and transformative abilities we will cultivate is accessing the Akashic records. This cosmic repository of knowledge and wisdom holds the key to unlocking the secrets of our past, present, and future, as well as the collective experiences of all souls throughout the universe. The Akashic records are a vast multidimensional library that contain the vibrational imprint of every thought, emotion, and action and event that has ever occurred across all lifetimes and all dimensions. This all-encompassing database is not located in any specific place, but rather exists in the very fabric of the universe, accessible to those who have developed the ability to tune into its frequencies. The term Akasha comes from the Sanskrit language meaning ether or space. It refers to the primordial substance that permeates all of creation, holding the energetic blueprint of everything that exists. The Akashic records are often described as a universal supercomputer, continuously recording and updating the collective experience of all beings, from the smallest subatomic particle to the grandest cosmic events. Accessing the Akashic records requires a combination of spiritual practice, intention, and attunement to higher frequencies. As we transition into the fourth density, the process of accessing the cosmic library becomes more intuitive and effortless as the veil between dimensions thins and our consciousness expands. One of the primary techniques for accessing the Akashic records is through meditation and contemplation. By quieting the mind and focusing our intention on connecting with the Akashic realm, we open ourselves to receiving the wisdom and insights contained within. This process may involve visualization exercises such as imagining a sacred library or a vast luminous field of information. This field is alive, and as we move into fourth density, it becomes conscious. So what is happening over time as you access it, you begin to form a sort of interface with the Akashic record. Another technique for accessing the Akashic records is through the use of sacred symbols, mantras, or prayers. These vibrational tools help to attune your consciousness to the frequencies of the Akashic realm, acting as keys that unlock the doorways to this cosmic repository. By working with these sacred elements consistently and with devotion, we strengthen our connection to the Akashic records and enhance our ability to retrieve the information we seek. Some individuals may also find that they have a natural affinity for accessing the Akashic records, possessing an innate ability to tap into this realm through clairvoyance, clairaudience, or other psychic senses. For these individuals, the process of accessing the Akashic may be more spontaneous and direct, often occurring through dreams, visions, or sudden flashes of insight. As we gain access to the vast storehouse of knowledge and wisdom contained within the Akashic, it is essential we approach this privilege with a sense of responsibility and a commitment to using the information for the highest good of all. One of the primary ways in which we can use the Akashic is to benefit others is through the practice of soul healing and past life regression. By accessing the records of an individual's soul journey, we can help them to identify and release karmic patterns, traumas, and blockages that may be hindering their growth and well-being in their current lifetime. This process of soul healing can bring profound transformation, clarity, and liberation, empowering individuals to embrace their true potential and purpose. Another way in which we can use the Akashic to serve others is by accessing the collective wisdom and experience of humanity to find solutions to global challenges and crises. By tapping into the Akashic realm, we can gain insight into the root causes of social, environmental, and spiritual issues, as well as potential pathways for healing and transformation. Healing in the fourth density. As we transition into the fourth density, the potential for healing and transformation expands exponentially. The increased vibrational frequency of this new reality, combined with our growing awareness of the interconnectedness of all things, creates a fertile ground for profound healing experiences on all levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. In the fourth density, the boundaries between physical and non-physical realms become more permeable, allowing for a greater flow of healing energy and information. As your consciousness expands, you become more attuned to the subtle energies that permeate the universe, enabling you to access and channel these energies for the purpose of healing ourselves and others. One of the most significant aspects of healing in the fourth density is the recognition that all healing is ultimately self-healing. As we awaken to the truth of our multidimensional nature, we begin to understand that we are the creators of our own reality, including our state of health and well-being. This realization empowers us to take responsibility for our healing journey, recognizing that the power to transform our lives lies within us. In this new paradigm of healing, the focus shifts from merely treating symptoms to addressing the root causes of imbalance and disease. This holistic approach acknowledges the interconnectedness of the mind, body, and spirit, recognizing that true healing requires a harmonization of all aspects of our being. In the fourth density, a wide range of healing modalities become available that will magnify, each offering unique pathways to balance, harmony, and wholeness. These modalities often work synergistically, complementing and amplifying one another to create a comprehensive healing experience. One of the most prevalent healing modalities in the fourth density is energy healing. This practice involves working with the subtle energy fields that surround and permeate the physical body, addressing blockages, imbalances, and disruptions in the flow of life force energy. And as fourth density grows and grows slowly every day, we'll begin to see these blockages with our own eyes. And techniques such as Reiki, quantum touch, and pranic healing fall under the umbrella of energy healing, offering a specific approach to channeling and directing healing energy. Crystal healing will be another powerful modality that gains prominence in the fourth density. We will see the energy and power of crystals with our own eyes as the veil thins. Crystals are naturally attuned to the higher vibrational frequencies of this reality, serving as potent tools for amplifying and focusing a healing energy. By placing crystals on or around the body, or using them in meditation and visualization, individuals can harness the unique properties of each crystal to support their healing journey. Sound healing also plays a significant role in the fourth density as the vibrational nature of sound becomes more apparent and impactful. Through the use of sacred instruments, vocal toning, and guided landscapes, practitioners can create resonant frequencies that help to restore balance and harmony to the mind, body, and spirit. Other healing modalities that may emerge or evolve in the fourth density include light and color therapy, sacred geometry healing, elemental healing, working with the energies of earth, air, fire, and water, ancestral and past life healing, shamanic healing practices, vibrational medicine. In the context of the fourth density, healing becomes a powerful means of serving others and contributing to the collective evolution of consciousness. As individuals awaken to their innate healing abilities and develop their skills, they can offer their gifts to those in need, facilitating transformative experiences and supporting others on their journey of growth and self-discovery. Healing service can take many forms, from offering one-on-one sessions to leading group meditations, workshops, and retreats. By creating sacred spaces and holding the intention for the highest good of all, healing practitioners become conduits for the flow of love, compassion, and wisdom, helping to uplift and inspire those around them. It is essential to approach this sacred work with humility, integrity, and a commitment to our ongoing growth and self-reflection. By embodying the principle of love, we can become powerful agents of love, of transformation, contributing to the creation of a world where healing is the norm rather than the exception. Psychometry and object reading. In the fourth density, as the boundaries between the physical and non-physical realms become more fluid, the practice of psychometry and object reading emerges as a powerful tool for gaining insights, understanding the past, and assisting others on their spiritual journeys. Psychometry is the ability to read the energy and information embedded within an object by holding it or coming into close contact with it. Check out my episodes on psychometry. I have 2. This practice is based on the principle that every object, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, carries within it a vibrational record of its history, the emotions and experiences of those who have interacted with it, and even the intentions and thoughts that have been directed towards it. As we transition into the fourth density, our innate ability to perceive and interpret these energetic imprints becomes heightened. We begin to recognize that the physical world around us is not merely a collection of inanimate objects, but a rich tapestry of stories, emotions, and insights waiting to be unveiled. Psychometry can be applied to a wide range of objects, including personal belongings, artifacts, crystals, and even places. By tuning into the energy of these items, the practitioner can gain access to information about the past, present, and potential future, as well as the individuals and events connected to the object. In fact, I see a time in the future when the veil has thinned so much and people start using psychometry so accurately that somebody will be able to simply hold on to a murder weapon and they will know who did it. It will take time for people to truly trust this information, but it will become more and more available every day, and some people will become very adept at using it. As they quiet their minds and enter into a higher awareness, to develop and refine the skill of psychometry, there are several techniques that can be employed. These methods help to create a clear and focused connection between the practitioner and the object, allowing for a more accurate and detailed reading of its energetic imprint. One of the most fundamental techniques is simply holding the object in your hands, allowing yourself to relax and become receptive to the information it holds. And as you do so, pay attention to any physical sensations, emotions, or mental impressions that arise. These may manifest as tingles, temperature changes, or even sudden flashes of insight or imagery. Another technique involves using meditation and visualization to create a sacred space in which to conduct the reading. By setting a clear intention and calling upon the guidance of your highest self and spiritual allies, you can create a protected and focused environment that enhances your ability to perceive the object's energy. Some practitioners may also find it helpful to use divination tools such as pendulums or tarot cards in conjunction with psychometry. These tools can help to clarify and expand upon the information received, providing additional layers of meaning and symbolism. As with any intuitive practice, the key is in trusting your own perceptions and impressions, even if they seem abstract or unrelated at first. With practice and dedication, you will develop a stronger and more reliable connection to the energetic realm, allowing you to access deeper and more profound insights. Psychometry can be a powerful tool for assisting us on our spiritual journeys, providing guidance, clarity, and healing. By reading the energy of personal objects such as jewelry or photographs, practitioners can offer insights into an individual's past experiences, current challenges, and the potential paths forward. This practice can be particularly helpful in cases of missing persons or unsolved mysteries, as the objects associated with the individual can provide valuable clues and information. They can be used to help identify and release energetic blockages or attachments that may be hindering a person's growth and well-being. Psychometry can be a valuable personal tool for growth and self-discovery as well. By reading the energy of objects that hold significance in your own life, you can gain a deeper understanding of your past, patterns, and lessons. Telekinesis and matter manipulation. As we delve deeper into the magical abilities that emerge in the fourth density, we encounter the fascinating realm of telekinesis and matter manipulation. These powers, once considered the domain of science fiction and fantasy, become increasingly accessible to those who have honed their spiritual and mental abilities. By understanding the principles behind telekinesis and developing the necessary techniques, individuals will learn to harness this power for the benefit of themselves and others. Telekinesis, or the ability to move objects with the power of the mind, operates on the fundamental principle that consciousness and matter are intrinsically connected. In the fourth density, as the veil between the physical and non-physical realms becomes thinner, the ability to influence matter through the focused application of mental energy becomes more pronounced. At its core, telekinesis relies on the understanding that all matter, at the subatomic level, is composed of vibrating energy. By aligning your own energetic frequency with that of the object you wish to move, and applying a focused mental force, you can create a resonance that allows for the manipulation of the object's position or state. In the fourth density, the increased vibrational frequency of the environment will enhance the potential for these telekinetic abilities. The heightened levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness that characterize this reality create a more conducive atmosphere for the manifestation of these powers. Just like with any skill, some people are going to be really good at it. Some people can dunk the ball. Some people have the ability to barely jump. But over time, people will develop this ability, and we will have force powers just like in Star Wars. Heightened levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness that characterize this reality will create a more conducive atmosphere for the manifestation of these powers. I guarantee it. As individuals learn to harmonize their own energy with the surrounding environment, they will become more adept at influencing the physical world through the power of their minds. There may be a while before we're able to record or document these powers, because I believe that there is a protective mechanism that is involved when people utilize these powers on a large scale. And because other people are also magically powerful, they will be able to use their own state of consciousness to limit the powers of others. Over time, people will be able to break through this limitation. Developing telekinetic abilities will require mental discipline, spiritual attunement, and consistent practice. And while some individuals may exhibit a natural aptitude for telekinesis, anyone will be able to cultivate the skill through dedicated effort and the application of specific techniques. One of the foundational techniques for developing telekinesis is meditation. By engaging in meditative practices, quieting the mind, you enhance your focus and cultivate a strong connection between the consciousness and the universal energy field. Visualization will also be key for honing telekinetic abilities. Breathwork and energy cultivation, such as Qigong or pranayama, will also play a significant role in developing a telekinetic ability. These techniques will help to build and refine your internal energy, creating a stronger and more focused mental force. As with any skill, consistent practice will be required essentially at the beginning, and then over time, as more and more fourth density light creeps into our field, we will be more attuned to utilizing these powers instinctively. We're going to go through a phase over the next 20 to 30 years where we're going to start to see these abilities manifest. It may be on a small scale, but I would love to see it on a large scale. That's why I'm doing this episode, because I think if people are aware of it, they start to practice it now. Somebody's going to hear this episode. Somebody's going to start practicing telekinesis, and we're going to see force powers in our lifetime manifest so it's observable. As they develop, it's crucial to consider how you can use these powers to serve and benefit others. While the temptation to use telekinesis for personal gain or entertainment will arise, true spiritual growth will lie in applying these gifts for greater good. I can promise there will be a component to this. If you're using the telekinetic ability to help benefit others, that you'll have greater ability. If you're using it just to help yourself, it won't be as strong unless your particular facet or goal is to polarize negatively. One way in which telekinesis can be used to help others is through the manipulation of matter in emergency or life-threatening situations. For example, a practitioner may use their abilities to move debris or obstacles that are preventing access to someone in need of assistance. In such cases, the use of telekinesis can be a literal lifesaver. It can be employed in subtle ways to create positive change. By manipulating energy fields surrounding an individual or a group, a practitioner can help clear blockages, restore balances, and promote a sense of harmony and well-being. This application will require a deep understanding of the interplay between energy and matter, as well as a compassionate, intuitive approach to the needs of others. In all cases, it's essential that we use these abilities responsibly and ethically. By approaching telekinesis as a sacred gift to be used in service to others, we can become more powerful agents of positive change, contributing to the evolution of consciousness and the creation of a more balanced and harmonious world. Join the good side of the force. That's what I say. Telepathy and mind-to-mind communication. As we continue to explore the expanded abilities available in fourth density, we must discuss the fascinating realm of telepathy and mind-to-mind communication. This is a topic I've mentioned in several episodes. In fact, be sure to check out my recent episode, The Ancient Secret of Telepathy, which goes over what the Rosicrucians taught in how to utilize and develop telepathic abilities. This mode of interaction will allow for direct exchange of thoughts, feelings, and ideas between individuals, representing a significant shift in the way we understand and experience human connection. There will be a time in the future where we won't talk, where we communicate with concepts, ideas. If you can send somebody a movie of everything that happened to communicate something that happened to you, it's much easier than trying to explain it in a paragraph or two. And so there will be a deeper connection between people when they can share in their mind the picture of what they're trying to communicate. In the fourth density, telepathy becomes increasingly common and natural, and as the barriers between mind begin to dissolve and the illusion of separation fades away, individuals will find themselves able to connect with others on a profound level, sharing thoughts and emotions with unprecedented clarity and depth. Now, with the Akashic becoming available to us and telepathy becoming available at the same time, there's going to be some freaky situations where you're going to walk into a room and you're going to know everything about someone, and all their thoughts are going to be on display. You will know all the evil thoughts that they're thinking, and we're going to go through a transition where we try to understand to live with these powers. So if you start now then you're going to be way ahead of all the people that aren't ready for this power. Some people will block it, or they will assume the thoughts that they're receiving are just their own ideas, and it will be used as a powerful form of manipulation. At its core, telepathy is rooted in the understanding that all consciousness is interconnected, and in the fourth density, the interconnectedness becomes more apparent and tangible as the higher vibrational frequencies of this reality facilitate the flow of information and energy between minds. This heightened state of connection allows for the emergence of telepathic communication as a natural extension of our evolving consciousness. Telepathy in the fourth density is not limited to the transmission of verbal thoughts or mental images, but encompasses a wide range of experiences and sensations. Individuals may find themselves able to share emotions, physical sensations, and even spiritual insights with others, creating a rich tapestry of communication that transcends the limitations of spoken language. While some individuals may exhibit natural inclination towards telepathy, anyone can cultivate and refine this ability through the application of specific techniques and practices. As I always say, meditation is a foundational practice for all the abilities that you're using, and by quieting the mind, you will cultivate a state of relaxation and inner stillness that you can utilize all the magical abilities that I've discussed. Also, visualization and intention setting should be used with each of these abilities. Then, practice and experimentation are essential for honing telepathic skills. Individuals can begin by attempting to send and receive simple messages or impressions with a trusted partner, gradually increasing the complexity and depth of the information exchanged as the abilities grow. It is important to approach this practice with patience and openness. It may be a slow-going thing, but over time, as you focus on this and work on it, it's going to be amazing. The wonders we will see and hear. As we navigate the evolving landscape of telepathy, it is essential to approach this with humility, compassion, and a commitment to using it for the greater good, because it will be used for the greater bad by certain individuals. And so if you can develop your ability to properly use this, you can counteract those individuals that use it to manipulate and control large groups of people. Prognostication and Precognition. As we delve further into the mystical arts of the fourth density, we encounter the intriguing realm of prognostication and precognition. These abilities will involve the perception and understanding of future events and probabilities, and offer a fascinating glimpse into the non-linear nature of time and the potential for individuals to access and utilize this knowledge for personal growth and the benefit of others. In the fourth density, our understanding of time undergoes a profound shift. The linear cause and effect model of time that characterizes our third density experience begins to give way to a more fluid, multidimensional perspective. In this expanded state of awareness, we come to recognize that the past, present, and future are not separate and distinct, but rather exist simultaneously as a vast tapestry of interwoven probabilities and potentialities. The new understanding of time is rooted in the principle of unity consciousness, which recognizes that all things are fundamentally interconnected. The division between self and other, as well as between different points in time, is ultimately an illusion. And as we attune ourselves to this higher state of awareness, we begin to perceive the intricate web of causality that underlies all events, and to understand how our thoughts, emotions, and actions in the present moment contribute to the unfolding of future realities. In the fourth density, the veil between the conscious and unconscious mind becomes thinner, allowing for a greater flow of intuitive knowledge and insight. This heightened state of awareness enables you to access information about probable futures, not as fixed and predetermined outcomes, but as fluid, malleable potentialities that can be shaped and influenced by the choices and actions of the present moment. There are several techniques for developing this. This can be developed requiring a combination of spiritual attunement, mental discipline, and intuitive openness. And by cultivating these qualities and applying specific techniques, you can learn to tap into the vast reservoir of knowledge and insight. Meditation and contemplation are always foundational to any of the practices that we discuss. Regular meditation will help develop all of your magical powers. Another is dream work as a tool for accessing future probabilities. By paying close attention to the symbolic language of dreams and cultivating the ability to recall and interpret dream experiences, you can gain valuable insights into the potential outcomes and challenges that lie ahead. Keeping a dream journal and engaging in regular dream analysis can help to refine your skills and deepen your understanding of the messages and guidance offered by the unconscious mind. Divination tools such as tarot cards, runes, or the I Ching can also be employed to gain insight into future probabilities. These tools serve as a focal point for intuitive perception, allowing practitioners to access information that may be hidden from the conscious mind. By developing a deep understanding of the symbolic language and archetypal patterns associated with these tools, you can use them to illuminate potential paths and outcomes and to make more informed decisions in the present. Intuitive writing or channeling is another technique for accessing future probabilities. By entering a state of relaxed, open receptivity and allowing information to flow through you onto the page, you can tap into higher sources of knowledge and wisdom. This process requires a willingness to trust in the guidance that emerges, even if it may initially seem unclear or unrelated to the question at hand. The ability to access and interpret future probabilities carries with it great responsibility, as well as a profound opportunity to use this knowledge to benefit yourself and others. By applying the insights gained through prognosticative practices, individuals can make more informed and compassionate choices, navigate challenges with greater wisdom, and contribute to the creation of a more positive and harmonious future. It can be used to help others navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. It's important to approach the use of this ability with humility, as I always say, and as we navigate the ever-unfolding landscape of fourth density, the ability to use the power to interpret future probabilities will be important to cultivate necessary skills and attitudes, and that we do it in the right manner to help others. Communicating with the deceased. We will encounter a profound shift in fourth density in understanding of life, death, and the continuation of consciousness beyond the physical realm. In this new paradigm, the ability to communicate with the deceased emerges as a natural and deeply meaningful aspect of our spiritual evolution. In the fourth density, our understanding of death will undergo a radical transformation. We will begin to recognize that the physical body is merely a temporary vehicle for the soul, and that the essence of our being continues on after the transition we call death. As the veil between the physical and non-physical realms becomes thinner, we will gain a clear perception of the continuum of consciousness that underlies all existence and the ways in which the deceased remain connected and interested in the lives of those who they have left behind. In this expanded state of awareness, we come to understand that the deceased are not lost to us, but rather have simply transitioned to a different state of being. They continue to grow, learn, and evolve in the spiritual realms while maintaining a loving connection to their earthly loved ones. This connection is not severed by death, but rather takes on a new form. The fourth density will bring a heightened understanding of the role of karma and the soul's journey across multiple lifetimes. We will begin to recognize that the relationships we share with others, both in life and after death, are part of a vast tapestry of spiritual evolution, and that the bonds of love and connection that we forge are eternal and unbreakable. Developing the ability to communicate with the deceased requires spiritual attunement, emotional openness, and willingness to trust in the reality of the soul, continued existence beyond the physical realm. Meditation and prayer are foundational to this. Dream work is also a powerful tool. Mediumship and channeling will become more advanced for communicating with the deceased. These practices involve allowing yourself to become a conduit for the thoughts, feelings, and messages of the deceased, conveying them to the living. Developing these skills will require a high degree of spiritual attunement. I would check out my episodes on Quo. In many of those episodes, they're talking about the art and skill of channeling. I believe that we'll be able to channel those individuals more and more. The ability to communicate with the deceased carries a profound responsibility. You have to be careful with it. Some people will be charlatans and use this information, and they will lie. So you have to work with what resonates. And one of the keys in which this ability can be used to serve others is through grief counseling and support, and by providing a safe and compassionate space for individuals to explore their feelings and experiences related to loss and by offering insights and messages from the deceased when appropriate. Interacting with elementals and nature spirits. Fourth density will allow us to discover a vibrant world of elemental beings and nature spirits that have long been hidden from our perception. These intelligent and dynamic forces of nature manifest as the subtle energies and consciousness inherent in all aspects of the natural world. Elementals and nature spirits are the unseen intelligences that animate and give life to the natural world. They are the consciousness and energy of the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, as well as the various landscapes, ecosystems, and life forms that make up the tapestry of our planet. These beings have been recognized and honored by many ancient wisdom traditions. Be sure to check out my episode on communicating with the unseen forces and devas with Quo and M. As the veil between the physical and subtle realms becomes thinner, we begin to see and feel the presence of these beings more directly and to recognize their role in maintaining the balance of vitality in the natural world. We will come to understand that the earth is not merely a collection of inanimate resources, but a living, sentient being with its own consciousness. Elementals and nature spirits take on many different forms, roles, depending on their specific domain and function. Some are associated with landscapes, such as mountains, forests, rivers, or oceans, while others connect to specific plants, animals, or minerals, and some are responsible for the growth and regeneration of life, while others are involved in the processes of decay and transformation. Each type of elemental being has its own unique qualities, personalities, and ways of interacting with the world around them, and as fourth density grows, we'll begin talking to these elementals. We will have relationships with them. Developing a relationship with an elemental and nature spirit requires an openness, respect, and attunement to the subtle energies of the natural world. One of the keys for this work is spending time in nature and developing a deep sense of connection and appreciation for the living world by immersing yourself in the beauty, diversity, and wisdom of the earth. And by cultivating a sense of reverence and gratitude, you can begin to attune yourself to the presence and consciousness of elementals and nature spirits. Of course, you want to meditate. And the process of meditation will also allow for an open communication with these elemental spirits. Another thing is offerings and ceremonies are an important way of building relationships with elementals and nature spirits by creating sacred spaces and rituals that honor the spirits of the land. By offering gifts of food, drink, or other natural materials, you can show your respect and gratitude for these beings and invite them into a deeper collaboration. It's important to approach these practices with sincerity, humility, and genuine desire to learn and serve. The ability to communicate and collaborate with the elementals carries with it a profound responsibility to use this connection for the highest good of all. One of the key ways in which we can work with elementals is through practicing earth healing and regeneration. By combining our own intentions and actions with the knowledge and power of these beings, we can help to restore balance, vitality, to damaged or degraded ecosystems and support the resilience and adaptability of the earth in the face of global challenges such as climate change and biodiversity loss. This work may take many forms, from simple acts of prayer and intention setting to more complex rituals and collaborative endeavors. It may involve planting trees, cleaning up polluted areas, or working to protect and preserve wild spaces and species. It may also involve using our creative and visionary capacities to dream into being new ways of living and being that are in harmony with the earth and all its creatures. Another aspect with elementals is learning to attune ourselves to the natural cycles and rhythms of the earth and to live in greater alignment with these patterns. This will be an ongoing process, and we will learn more as we go. And many people will not believe that they exist, but I promise you, this will be a fundamental aspect of the magic that you will be able to use. And there will be a point where elementals will bring us magic. We will have the power of fire, the power of air, the power of water. If you have a relationship with an elemental, they will provide these powers and enhance them within your own field, and you will be able to use them. The possibilities for this are endless, and it is only a matter of time before they begin to manifest. connecting with angelic beings. One fascinating thing we will encounter as we expand into a new Earth fourth density is the profound presence and guidance of angelic beings, these luminous and loving entities who have long been revered and sought after by spiritual seekers and mystics throughout history. They will offer us a powerful source of support, inspiration, and guidance as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of our rapidly evolving world. In the fourth density, the role of angels takes on a new depth and significance as the veils between physical and spiritual become thinner, and as humanity's collective consciousness continues to expand and awaken, the presence and influence of these beings will become increasingly palpable and accessible to us all. Angels are understood to be highly evolved spiritual entities who have transcended the cycle of birth and death, who now serve as messengers, guides, and allies to humanity and all of life on Earth. They are beings of pure love, wisdom, and compassion who work tirelessly to support the evolution and awakening of all souls and help us navigate the often challenging terrain of our earthly existence. In the context of fourth density, angels play a crucial role in helping us to align our highest purpose and potential and to navigate the accelerated changes and transformations that are unfolding on our planet. They offer us guidance, healing, protection, and inspiration, and help us to connect with the deeper truths and wisdom of our souls. Developing a relationship with angelic beings requires a combination of openness, trust, and attunement to the subtle energies and frequencies of the spiritual realm. By cultivating these qualities and applying specific techniques, individuals can learn to communicate with and receive guidance from these loving and wise entities in ways that are both profound and transformative. One of the foundational practices for connecting with angels is prayer and invocation. By setting a clear intention to communicate with these beings and by calling upon them with sincerity and reverence, we open ourselves to the presence and guidance. This may involve using traditional prayers or invocations, or simply speaking from the heart and expressing our desire for their assistance and support. Make sure you check out my sleep meditation, Sleeping with the Angels, where you can experience in dream and in the dream state a connection to these angels. Meditation is a great place to start. By quieting the mind, you will start to communicate with angels if you make that your intention. Another practice is the cultivation of gratitude and appreciation. Also, understanding the names of the angels. There's a number of resources that you can use. I recommend Damien Eccles' books on angels as a beginning point to understand how to properly invoke and call out the angels and what their standard energies and powers represent. One of the most important aspects of working with angels is learning to collaborate with them in service to others and the greater good of all life. They're ready to help, and if you call upon them, they will help. Collaborating with them takes many forms. Depending on our unique gifts, passions, and areas of service, it may involve using our intuitive and healing capacities to support others in their own growth and transformation, or working to create positive change in our communities and the world at large. Whatever form this collaboration takes, it is essential that we approach it with a spirit of humility and integrity. As we navigate fourth density, the presence and guidance of angelic beings will offer us a powerful source of support and inspiration and guidance. Accessing the wisdom of the higher self. Make sure you check out my meditations, Connecting to the Higher Self and Sleeping with the Higher Self. Those will allow you to have an interpersonal experience with the higher self. But one of the key things that happens when you enter into the fourth density is that you develop a relationship with the higher self. And this is magical in and of itself. The higher self knows everything that will happen to you and all the different possibilities. It can guide you. It can help with prognostication. It can tell you how to use your powers. And the more that you connect to the higher self, the more power you will have. And you can use this power to help others. The higher self is the eternal, unbounded essence of who you are billions of years in the future, beyond the limitations of your physical body, personality, or ego. In the context of the fourth density, as the veils between the physical and spiritual realms continue to thin, our connection to the higher self becomes increasingly accessible and tangible. We begin to recognize that we're not merely isolated individuals, but rather multidimensional beings with a vast reservoir of wisdom, love, and guidance always available to us. The higher self is often described as our inner teacher, our guardian angel, or our divine essence. It is the part of us that is always connected to the greater web of life, and that holds a higher perspective on our earthly journey and the challenges and opportunities we encounter. We can develop a strong and clear connection with the higher self through meditation, but also navigating daily life with grace and wisdom and purpose. By attuning yourself to the inner voice of truth and guidance every day, every moment, we can access the profound source of support and inspiration that the higher self represents. Of course, inner stillness and meditation is always the first step to gaining this magical power. Another powerful technique is through the practice of self-inquiry and inner dialogue. You can channel the higher self. You can use automatic writing or other channeling techniques. You can connect to the higher self through dreams and intuition. There are important channels for receiving guidance from the higher self by placing close attention to the symbols and messages and feelings that arise in your dream state, and by trusting and following your intuitive promptings and hunches, you can begin to develop a more direct and intimate relationship with your own inner wisdom and knowing. Using the higher self's wisdom to navigate fourth density and serve others. As you strengthen your connection to the higher self and learn to access its profound wisdom and guidance, you will become increasingly empowered to navigate the challenges and opportunities of fourth density with clarity, purpose, and grace. One of the ways the higher self can support us is by helping us to align with our highest purpose and potential. It can guide us in navigating the complex interpersonal and social dynamics of the fourth density, helping us to communicate with others from a place of compassion, understanding, and wisdom. The higher self can support us in serving others and contribute to the greater good of all life by aligning ourselves with the wisdom and love of our divine essence. We become a channel for the healing and transformation and positive change the higher self can bring into our world. Building a community of light. As we embark on this journey into fourth density, it will become increasingly clear that we're not meant to walk this path alone. The challenges and opportunities of this time call us to come together in a spirit of collaborative support and shared purpose, creating communities of light that can anchor the highest frequencies of love, wisdom, and service in the world. If you want to know the number one key to utilizing your magic, to increasing your magical power, it's coming together in what Ra calls a social memory complex, a divine conscious unit that aims to serve and help the world. In the fourth density, the power of collective consciousness and shared intention becomes increasingly potent and tangible. As individuals commit to serving others and contributing to the greater good, we have the opportunity to amplify our impact and effectiveness by joining forces with like-minded souls and creating networks of support, inspiration, and co-creation. By coming together in a spirit of unity and shared purpose, we can create a powerful field of coherence and synergy, tapping into the exponential power of the group to manifest our highest visions and aspirations. We can share our unique gifts, talents, and perspectives, and learn from and support one another in our individual and collective growth and evolution. Collaboration and mutual support are essential for navigating this psychic war and navigating the challenges and complexities of the fourth density. As we confront the shadow aspects of ourselves and our world, and as we work to birth a new paradigm of love, we need the strength and wisdom and compassion of our spiritual allies and companions. The world wants to make us be alone. The phone puts us in a place where we're always at home alone on our phone. Everything wants to push us into staying at home alone. By leaning on one another and offering our own support and guidance, we can weather the storms of transformation with resilience, grace, and trust. We can create a sustaining and thriving community of light. This requires our intention, our commitment, and our own skillful action. It involves cultivating a culture of openness and authenticity and mutual respect. We can create spaces and rituals for celebration, develop practices of mutual support. We can cultivate a culture of open, authentic, and compassionate communication. We can clarify and align around a shared vision, foster a spirit of experimentation, and maintain a balance of structure and flow. By applying these and other techniques with wisdom, love, and dedication, we can create communities of light that are resilient, dynamic, and transformative, serving as powerful anchors of the new earth frequencies and catalysts for positive change in the world. And together, we will have the power of 1,000,000 Supermans. We can change anything we want through our collective efforts. This may take time for us to become aware of, but it will be the ultimate end of the third density and the movement into the wonderful age of the new earth. The path ahead may be uncertain at times and challenging, but it is filled with boundless possibility, beauty, and grace. By embracing the tools, ideas, techniques, and perspectives I have offered you in this handbook, in this episode, and by following the guidance of your own inner wisdom and the support of your spiritual allies and companions, you can navigate the unfolding journey that is ahead of you with courage, compassion, and trust. And as you do so, it's essential to stay rooted in the principles and practices of love and service that are the foundation of the new earth. You must be willing to do your own inner work, to confront your shadows and limitations with honesty and compassion, and continue to align yourself with the highest good of all beings. You must be willing to take inspired action in the world, to use your newfound magical power and knowledge for the benefit of others and the greater good. Whether through your individual acts of kindness and service or through collective efforts to create positive change, we each have a vital role to play in anchoring the love and light of the new earth. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are a part of a vast, multi-dimensional web of light and love that spans all realms and all dimensions. Let us trust in the infinite wisdom and guidance of our own higher selves and in the support and companionship of the countless beings of light who will walk beside us. And let us hold fast to the vision of a world transformed, a world of peace, harmony, and abundance for all beings, a world in which the magic and mystery of the universe is celebrated and honored in every moment and every breath. May this serve as a beacon and a guide on your path ahead. And may we all find the courage, strength, and love to embrace this journey of service and transformation now and all the ages to come. Welcome to the Reality Revolution.